Hey everybody, Patty Ann here. Hang on just a second. I've got to pour a little bit of coffee, and as you can see, it's another Gene Free today. She has something for me that's Pinterest inspired. Let me make sure I'm going live. And let's see, I don't see it yet. So it always takes a few minutes. And I think I hear Tammy texting me. So hang on. Be right there, Tammy. Nope, I didn't. Or did I? Let's see. Okay, she said I'm on, so I'm live now. Okay, so let me switch the screen. Hey everybody, welcome. Glad you joined me here today. And as I said, well, let me stop this Gene Frieda thing now. Holy moly. Hold on just a second. I gotta pause that and escape this and just get ready to roll. Okay, so let me look and see who's here. See, Tammy, obviously my right-hand girl, and Deborah. Hey, Deborah. Dee, and Rebecca. Ciao. Sweet. Hey, how are you all doing? I'm doing pretty well here. It's a pretty crappy day outside. It's been raining all day. Sweet. Yes, maybe you can watch the live, and maybe I'll be able to get it done without YouTube interrupting us. So let's see. I have some things that I'm going to show you today before we get started, just to give a few more people time to get here. And I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. Okay, so let me show you down here at my desk or at my table. Show you what I want to show you down here. So I got to switch cameras. All right, so now what you're seeing down here at my camera is something that I did, and I showed you guys a long time ago, but maybe, hold on, just let me try one more thing here. Maybe if you haven't been following me for very long, you've never seen this thing, and I think it's super cute. My son, oh, there it is. Okay, now I can check you guys out. Make sure my volume's down. Okay. It's crappy weather there too. Okay, Deborah, that's, ugh. Okay, anyway, my son's grown now. Oh, and I forgot to change what Nightbot's going to say today, so he might refer to something I'd done last week. But anyway, this is something that my son had done way long time ago. I think it's super cute. He's always trying to hide it and get rid of it because he hates it. But my goodness, I think he was 78. He was 4 or 5 years old. This was from 1983. So what I did was I scanned that in and I made it into a shirt because I think it's super cute. And I made it out of flock, you know, which is my favorite material to use. Sunny but cold there. Okay. Flock, if you're not familiar with it, some people have asked me in some of my other videos, what is flock? It's a HTV, a heat transfer vinyl, but instead of it being like vinyl-y, it's soft and fuzzy, almost like felt or velvet or suede. And I just love the way it feels on a shirt. It's just one of my favorite things to use on a shirt. So I am going to use it on today's shirt, but just a little tiny piece of it. So that was one of the things that I did want to show you. Hey, Stephanie, welcome. So that's that. Let's see. So I'll get right into it and I'll show you what the stuff is that Gene Frieda got for me to use today. Let me bring these things over here. Okay. She got me this shirt. It's another one of these shirts, and I asked her to get me a different style this time because the other one didn't fit me very well. So I'm going to try this one for a different brand. Live and Tell, L-A-T. Okay, so I'm going to try this. That's what she sent me. And she also got me, and I went ahead and did a little bit of this, you guys, because I didn't want to make a mess like I did last week. So it might be a little bit better. We'll see. So I need this because this is my Teflon sheet that I always use to cover everything. Of course, you can use parchment paper too if you'd rather. But these are the things. This is actually the thing that she got me, was this red right here. It's a HTV, a heat transfer vinyl. And what's nice about this place that I got this from, and it's called VIPVinylSupply.com. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but I just thought I'd tell you that's where she bought this for me from. But what's nice about this vinyl right here is that they also give you, since it's the patterned paper, like, or the patterned HTV, they give you transfer paper. And it's not regular transfer paper. It probably is more like what we use when we do rhinestones, because I'm going to be able to heat press or iron on top of this. So let's see, for this project today, I'm going to use Caesar Easy Weed, this piece right here. I'm going to use, and I've already cut out the heart that I'm going to do, or the arrows in the heart. That's the flock, which is the fuzzy stuff. This is some more flock. It's a heart. And, oh, I was just going to show you this to show you again what the flock is like. I don't know if you can tell, but it's nice and fuzzy. I really like it. And then there's this, it's the pattern paper. And she actually got me 2 sheets of this. The other one has smaller checks. So I'm going to make earrings, because I think that'd be really cute to have earrings that kind of match. It's the exact same color. I'll have it over there. Exact same color. The checks are just a little bit smaller, and I think they might look a little bit better. Oh, there goes my camera. Uh-oh. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Camera fell. Yikes. Uh-oh, let's see. How's this supposed to be? Like that, I think. Hopefully that's correct. I need to quit bouncing around so much. Whoa, I see you guys are seeing it now. All right, so hopefully the camera's back where it should be. No, it's not, so let me do this. Hang on. Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. All right, so, all right, you're back. Here we go. See, I think I've told you guys before, I don't have much space to work right here. So bear with me. All right, we're back. I've got to be really careful. It's on the edge of the table. Anyway, that was kind of crazy, wasn't it? Yeah, who said I'm real? I do things that it's real. Yeah, it's real, all right. Holy moly. All right, anyway, here's what we got. Let's see what you guys are saying. Love flock. Well, I guess you guys haven't seen that too bad. Stop throwing my camera. Yeah, okay, Tammy, I will. That's terrible. Hang on one more second, you guys. Anybody that's joining in late, maybe I'll edit this part out. So if you're not watching live, oh, I know what happened. My chair rolled over the wire. Aha. All right, I'm almost ready. Holy moly. Okay, I'm back. What are you guys saying? You need a craft table. I do, don't I? I need a bigger table. You're right. Stop moving over. I hear it. Oh, it's okay now, I think. All right, let's move this back and this back. I could have actually had my tripod on the floor, but far be it from me. I thought I'd leave it on the table because I thought you'd get a better view. Anyway, here's the stuff we're going to use. Oh gosh, I'm glad I've cut most of this out so I don't have to be in a panic over doing that, because now I'm in a little slight bit of a panic. That's nerve-wracking, you guys. Holy moly. I thought I was going to be all prepared, not have any disasters. Oh well. When my sister watches this, when I play it back, she's going to die laughing. Okay. Anyway, let's go up to my screen so I'm nowhere near this table. So let's see, go up to silhouette. All right. So I'm going to be doing this in Silhouette software because I just love to work in Silhouette software. So I've already done this. As you know, I opened it this morning because I have to do this so I'm prepared, especially when things like what just happened. Move it over, move it to the right. I don't need to move it anymore, I don't think, Tammy. I think it's okay. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to move this. All right, here was Jean Frieda's inspiration piece. Here was Jean Frieda's inspiration piece right here. And for her inspiration piece, she is here. My sister's here. What? My sister better. Oh my gosh, she is here. Jean, did you see what just happened? Oh my gosh. I wonder if she was really watching because I can't believe she didn't say anything. You see my camera, Jeannie? All right. Yeah, I see that. Okay. Boo. All right. Anyway, here's her inspiration piece, which I absolutely think is adorable. She found this on Pinterest, and I think it's available in other places too. Somebody might even sell it already done up like this. But I thought, you know what? I can make it just like just myself, right? So, this, you know what this is, you guys? You remember in yesterday's video when I showed you how to do a pattern, how to import a pattern into your library in Silhouette? If you've not seen that video, you need to watch it. But what this is right here is I took a photograph of the exact vinyl that I'm going to use, and then I imported it into my library. So I can get rid of this piece now to show so that it's not bothersome, but I'll just show you what I'm talking about. If you didn't see yesterday's video, this is what it allows you to do. If I make a square like this, and I imported that exact vinyl that I have, I can just come up here to the paint bucket and go to the pattern swatch thingy and go way down because that's where the ones are that I added. And it should be right there. It is. And I can change that to the exact color of the vinyl, exactly like that I have to use. All right, so anyway, that's just a little tip, and if you haven't seen that and you don't know how to add patterns, you ought to watch yesterday's video because it's a lot of fun being able to add all these different crazy patterns that you can do for print and cut, or if you just want to see what your project's going to look like. So, still can't believe that fell over, you guys. I even put a little tape on it, but not much, because I thought, oh, this might fall. Oh, well. All right, so I started with this right here as my inspiration piece. So the first thing I knew that I had to do was just type out the word love. And so I just came over here to the left-hand side where the text tool is, and clicked on that and typed out the word love, L-O-V-E, with a capital L. I'm thinking my sister's here, but she's not really here because I can't believe she's not saying anything. I'm not going to use Samantha Craft. I see that Nightbot just told you about that. I'm using a different font today. I think it's one that comes on my computer. I'm not exactly sure, but you can choose any font that you like. The one that I'm going to use, though, and I'm going to come over here now to the font or the text style panel on the right. And the one that I used was one called Dosis. So I'm not sure if that came on my machine or if it's one that I downloaded from DaFont. You see it's D-O-S-I-S. That's just the one I used. Use any one you want. So what I did then was, well, actually one of the very first things I did was I went ahead and measured the t-shirt that Jean sent me. And do I dare go back to this table over here? Lordy, lordy. I don't know. I'm going to try it. All right. So here we are back at the table here. And this is the shirt, as I said, that she had gotten me. And I usually like to make my designs about 9 inches wide and about 3 fingers down from the neck edge. So I'm going to make it about 9 inches wide. That could be a little bit small, but I think I'm going to like 9 inches actually, because this will fold down here where my arms are. So I think I like 9 inches in general for mine. So let's go back up here. So the first thing that I did do, either before or after I typed the word love, was I just went over here and got a box and brought it over here. And I'll make it white just so it's sort of white like the shirt is white. And I'm going to make it 9 inches wide. And this really helps me to know, and I don't have to hit the lock. That helps me know how much space I have to work on. So let me right click on the word love and say bring it to the front. Now look, that's too small, you know? I need to make this much bigger to make it look good on my shirt. Otherwise it's going to look teeny weeny on the front of my shirt. So yeah, ignore Nightbot. I forgot to fix him. Okay, so there's the word love. And then, of course, there's these arrows and things underneath. And for a minute, what I did was I came to the store, and I think you'll follow me there. Yeah. And I went to, there was a bunch of them that were listed here for Valentine's Day. Let's see. If you click on these, you can see the other things that are here. See these little dots? So I clicked on this one that said Valentine's sale because there's tons of stuff in here for Valentine's Day. And there were some arrows in here somewhere. So everything's on sale in here, obviously. Really some cute stuff. But there were some arrows in here. But then I got to thinking, you know what? We have an arrow in our shape area, assuming that you have the extra shapes from having the business edition. Teeny weeny. Oh, Jean, you stinker. Did you see my my disaster? All right. So I'm going to go back to silhouette. And here we go. So I thought to myself, you know, I don't have to buy an arrow. I can make the arrows just like this or like this. Well, not that, this. Let's get rid of that box. This one. Oh, I've got that all grouped together. Anyway, so how to do that, of course, is just to come over here to the Shapes tool. And we have all these shapes if you have the business edition. I don't think you have these if you do not have the business edition. And you guys, if you ever want to see what you do have if you don't have the business edition, all you have to do is go to Help, View In, and you can change it to view it in any one of these editions. So for example, if you only have the standard free edition, you can click on this. And then you can see what you get over here on the left-hand side. You only get these few shapes in the free version. So if I go to Help, View In, and I can go back to Business Edition, because that's the one I like, and that's the one I purchased that has all the stuff. There we go. Okay. Well, don't watch the beginning then, Jean. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get one of these arrows, and I think the one that I ended up using, or one of the ones I really liked, was this one. So I'll just, after I clicked on it, I'm just going to come over here and draw it out. And notice when I draw it out, there's these little dots on it. Let's move this. Which means I can skinny this up a little bit if I want to, like that, because I don't really want that line that thick, because I don't like the way it looks. So I can skinny it up like that if I like to. And let's see what else. Look at their heart thing, or their arrow. It only goes from the left-hand side, like here, over to the beginning of the E. So I can make this much smaller like this, so it's more like theirs. And let's see, what else can I do? Okay, so then in addition to that, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to add the hearts and then those little feathery things at the back of the arrow right here. So to do that, it's really simple. All you have to do is come back to the Shapes tool, get a heart, and draw a heart out. And that one may be a little bit too big. I think I'll make it a little bit smaller. So I'm going to click on it and make it a little smaller. And then I'm going to bring it up here. And notice in there, in my little sample here, there are two hearts. So I'm going to click on this one, and I can either right click and say duplicate, or I can hit the control button on my Windows machine and the letter D as in duplicate to make another one. So there, made a second one, and then I'm just going to use my arrow key to move it over to the left. Okay, that's pretty good, just like that. Now if I didn't use my arrow key, I would want to make sure that they are aligned properly. So I click on maybe the heart here, hold down my shift key, click on the second heart, and then just come up here at the very top, or almost to the tippy top. And after I'm here, I can just go to align to the top or align to the bottom, whichever one works best. Okay, so there's those guys. And now I need to draw these things on. And I can't remember which one did I end up liking better. I think I ended up liking the shape why can't I move this? There we go. I think I ended up liking the shape of this one better. So that's what I'll do. So all I did to do this part right here was, and I'm sure you could probably go online and find an arrow exactly like you like and then trace it. But this is one way you can make your own. Just came to the box, the shapes, drew out a little box over here, maybe about that wide, something like that. And I'll bring it up here and see if I'm going to like that okay. Click on it, and I can rotate it with this little green tool here, or the little green handle, and put that one right there. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate that one by hitting Control D, and I'm going to move that one over with my arrow key, and I'm going to Control D again to duplicate one more and move that over with my arrow key. Alright, so I want this one to be at the very end like that. Maybe one more dot. I really like how sensitive our arrow keys are. It just moves it just a fraction. It doesn't move it in great big chunks, and I love that. Okay, so these aren't very nicely spaced, but it's easy to space them. I think what I'm going to do is move them down a little bit closer in, because I'm a little bit afraid that the little corner is going to show. Alright, so now what I could do is grab all three of these and say align to the top probably, or something. And then, like I said, I don't like how they are spaced here. It looks icky. So I'm just going to come up here again to align. And you can tell by looking at these two on the bottom which one you want to use. I don't really care about aligning them so they're, you know, evenly spaced up and down like this. I want them to be evenly spaced from side to side. So I'll click on this and then watch what happens to my little pieces. There they go. Evenly spaced now. Perfect. Okay. But you know what? I don't really like them like that, to be honest with you, because I think they're too far apart. So I'm going to move this one. I'm going to move this one in a little bit. And then I'm just going to do the same thing. Maybe even a little bit more. I'm going to click on this one, hold down my Shift key, and get the other two. I'm going to do the same thing I just did. So I'm going to space them like that. And now I think I like that better. Now, before I clicked off of them, I should have left them highlighted or selected, because I want to group them. Again, I can right-click and group, or I can hit the Control button on my keyboard and the G, and that groups them. So now that they're grouped, I can duplicate this group by right-clicking and saying Duplicate, or hitting Control D. And now I want to flip these horizontally so they go down this way. By the way, do you see that little thing right there? I don't really want that thing. That's the center rotation button. And I don't know why sometimes it comes back on. So I'm going to go up here to my Preferences, Edit Preferences, and right here under Defaults, do you see what's checked right here? Center of rotation. I don't want that checked. Get out of there. Apply. Okay. So now that should be gone. Yep, that's what I wanted. Ick. I don't like that there. So now I'm going to right click on this and say flip horizontally. Then those will just fit right on here like this perfectly, like so. And then, all I have to do now is to grab all of this. I can change this color to black to see if I'm going to like it okay. And one thing I don't like is I think I made this a little bit too long right here, but we'll leave it like that. Whoopsie. Hey, you know what? I can get rid of that right now, I think. Let's see. I sure can. Watch this. I didn't like how long I had this extra piece back here. So what can I do? I'm just going to take my knife tool and slice off a little bit of it. Just like that. And delete it. And I'm going to put that back up in there. Alright, I kind of like that better. It's still not perfect, but that's better than it was. So now what I would probably do is go ahead and grab all of this and weld it. because we want it to just be one solid piece like that. Okay, so that was easy, but now we got to worry about this word right here, the word love, and we want to make that so it looks more like this one. So one of the things that I could do right off the bat, looks like, okay, is to go ahead and stretch it taller maybe. Okay. Okay, so then what I need to do is I'm going to go like this. I'm going to ungroup it, and I'm going to get rid of the O because I don't need the O at all. Delete. Okay, now notice in theirs over here, they have the letters pretty close together. And the letter L is kind of misshapen a little bit. So one way we could do that, and I'm going to try it, and sometimes it's a lot of trial and error, but you can come over here to the very right-hand side where the arrow is that pops out. Click on this little thing that's the warp panel, and then you can warp the selected shape. My selected shape right here is the L, and I think I'll add... Let's see, what shall I do? No, not that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to add another row to it because that's going to allow me to pull this out a little bit, just like theirs is pulled out just a little bit. Like I said, I would have to putz with this for a while to get it to look in the way I really want it to look. So we'll just leave it like that for now and pretend like it looks good. Now with the V, what they did was, on the V, all you have to do if you want to stretch this part out so it looks taller is to double click on it so you can get some nodes and stretch it up a little bit like that, until you get it rounded, until you get it like longer, like you think you might like it a little bit longer yet. If you want it taller, whoopsie. And so that's getting a little misshapen, so I want to work on that a bit too. So I'd come in and I'd probably make another node here and stretch it out like that. Just playing with these nodes a little bit. But again, I can delete some of these nodes if I think that's what's causing the trouble. There we go. And there's a node right here that's making it dent in right here. If I click on this one until it's the white, I can delete it, and then it kind of flattens it out. So you could work on that for a while and get it to look just like you'd like. And then, let's see, go there. And I'm going to check on one thing. Hang on one second, you guys. Let's see. Make sure Tammy's not saying anything I need to know about. Oh, let's see. Okay, nope, it's good. Okay, so anyway, so now let's scroll back out again and look at our inspiration piece. Now we need to make these can move over for a little bit. Looks like the E, they kind of tilted it a little bit. So now this time when I click on it, I got the nodes. If I want to have it so it's a selection only, I can click on this arrow up in the upper left-hand corner, or I can just hit the V as in Victor on my keyboard, and then I can twirl this like that. Okay, so move those over. All right, so now I got to put the heart in here, and just come over here again to the Shapes tool, get a heart, draw the heart, and they made theirs look a little bit different. You could putz around with yours as much as you want to. You won't be able to do the nodes until you go to Object, convert it to a path, and then you can get nodes on here, and you can try to make it shaped more like what they have there. So you could go in like this if you want to, and this if you like. Just play with the shape of it until you're happy with how it looks. I'm grabbing these little handles on the nodes. Maybe I like it like that. I don't really, but let's pretend I do. And I would just maybe do that. Oh, I hate it actually. I don't like it at all. Trying to make another node there. Ugh. Anyways, I don't like what I've done to the shape of this, so I probably would just delete it and do another one. I think I'll do that. Delete. So come over, get another heart, and just draw it out. Just leave it like this. except for smaller. Like that's fine. Okay, so that's what it's basically going to look like. However, on the heart, I do need to go ahead and make another one because this one's going to be black and then there's going to be one on the inside that's red. So I can come over here to the offset panel and do an internal offset on that. So then this one will be black. And this one's going to be, whoopsie, this one's going to be, this one is going to be red. It's bright red. All right, now the other thing is to change the, don't like the L. All right, to add that pattern to this, just so I can see what it's going to look like, all I have to do is to grab all of these, come over here to the right hand side where the paint palette is, go to the pattern fill, and scroll way down again until I find my pattern, and there it is. So I can put this back behind it so I can see what it's going to look like. Notice that it's not quite the red color that the pattern really is, but you get the idea. So then I can put this down in here just to see. And actually I probably should stretch out this white piece because below that is going to be this. All right. So that's pretty much how easy it is to, and I'm not sure why I can't move this thing. Trying to move this guy that's over on the right in a little bit more. All right, so anyway, this is more like what it would look like over here, because that's more what the vinyl looks like. So the next thing that I would do in my silhouette program, and I'm just going to delete this one because it's causing me trouble, is I would just go ahead to make it. So I'm going to get rid of these two, and so for this pattern paper, what I would do first is go ahead and group everything, and then I would go to send, and I actually could have them close to each other. Let's see what's happening here. Let me go back. Get rid of this. Whoops, ungroup. I'm going to ungroup this and get rid of that, and I'm going to weld these. All right, I'm going to send them. Okay, so now it's going to work properly. So if you'll notice, I have it on cut edge, and I have it for this. I can tell you what I've used for this one. For the checkerboard on mine, do I have my my camera is not turned on, so I can't change all my things. But I had my blade at 6. I'm pretty sure I was going to retest it. My force at 10 and my speed at 5, because there was no, and I did vinyl matte. Even though it's heat transfer vinyl, because of this being a different animal, it doesn't have that carrier sheet like we're used to. I just use this as vinyl matte, and I cut it like that, and it worked perfectly. So vinyl matte. All right, so then I cut that. Then I came back and I cut these other things. This was flock and this was flock. And then the other was the Caesar Easy Weed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and turn on my heat press. And I'm going to bring you back to the spot of the disaster that happened not too long ago. Tammy, can you see everything okay? Hopefully you're seeing and hearing everything okay. I haven't seen my chat move at all since I've been doing this, but all right, so here we are back at the shirt. Since these seams are pretty well out of the way, I'm not going to put that little pad in here that I always like to put in. So I'm waiting for my easy press to heat up, and then I'm going to preheat this to get rid of the moisture in here. And just to give it a nice press to make sure it's really flat, no wrinkles or anything. And let me tell you that I've been looking up, researching before I did this, because as I said, I have 3 different kinds of vinyl that I'm using. The first one I'm going to use, and oh my gosh, I need to weed this one still, is the letters. So let me weed this first. So I wish I could see the chat. For some reason it's not changing. We see you and hear you. Okay, good, Chow. All right, so nobody's talking then, I guess. You guys are quiet. So here I am weeding this, the word, most of the word love, right out of there. Now, as you know, I would have to pick this up somehow. Let's see, where do I weed this? There you go. And what's nice about this, the pattern paper here, or the pattern vinyl that Jean bought me, is that they also give you this transfer tape that comes with it. And as I said, it's not the regular transfer tape, because if it was, when I went to iron on it, it would melt, right? So this is just the sticky transfer tape. And I did do a little piece right here, just a tester. I'm all about testing everything, just to make sure before I went live that, yeah, this stuff's going to really pick that up, honestly. So I need to get this piece off so I don't iron it on. There we go. Okay. So now what I need to do, I think I'll put this on top of my Teflon sheet to work. So I'm just going to put this on here, like that. And I need my squeegee. Oh, okay, no one was chatting. You guys are quiet. Okay, there we go. And hopefully that was enough, but we'll see in a moment. Perhaps. Nope, it wasn't enough. I probably need to do it on a hard surface. So I'll be right back, you guys. I'm doing it up on my other desk, so I don't knock that camera off again by rubbing around and doing this hard. So I'll be right there. 1 sec. Okay. This worked fine. This is really sticky transfer paper. Okay, there we go. So I have this ready to go. The LVE, which is going to go on my t-shirt. But I'm not going to put that on my t-shirt first. I'm just going to figure out where it's going to go on my t-shirt. The first thing I'm going to put on my shirt is this, which is the black heart and the arrow that go underneath. The reason why is because flock takes a hotter temperature and a longer time to apply it. And so I want to put this on first so it has the hotter temperature. Then I can cool the temperature down on my heat press, easy press, and do the other things. So here's my heart. It's a flock, as I said. And you can layer on top of flock. So I am going to put the red heart on top of this. So that's going to go in there, but we're not going to put it yet. I've already weeded out the arrow that's going to go there. So what I need to do, well, I'm going to hit the, I need to turn this my way so I can make sure I'm getting it on there straight. So let's see. So I'm going to have the word love. And remember I said I wanted it about 3 inches down from the top. And I'm going to have this maybe like here. Could have probably made that a little bit bigger, I bet. So I wonder if I should center it since it's not that big. Let's see. Yeah, I think I will. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this. I have my word love right here. I'm just going to lift this up like this. Kinda. Let's see. Try to get an idea of where I'm going to put this. And I should be able to see through as well. And I can. So I'm going to have this here. And this I'm going to move over just a tiny little bit. Like that. And I'll make sure it's straight when I'm done here. Okay, and then the O, the O is going to go right under here. You know what, though? There's one thing I don't like about this, and that is that this heart is supposed to be over top of that. So I may not be able to do this way. So maybe using flock that takes so much more heat than this isn't a good idea to use those together. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give it a try. You know, you guys have seen me mess up things before, so I'm going to put these on second. I'll put this on first. So let me put my heat press down a little bit, change my temperature down to about 305 or 300. I think that's what I've decided was good. Let me double check on my notes. Oh, here, it has it right here. 300 degrees for 15 to 20 seconds and peel warm. So I'm just going to put it on here for a few seconds maybe and try to peel it. And then it's going to get some more heat when I do the other. So let's see what's going to happen, you guys. Let's hold our breath. Holy moly. Shoot. I shouldn't have used flock. All right. My temperature's still going down on my heat press. It's still a little bit too hot. It's at 314. It was at 325 or 320. I can lift it up off of this to let it get a little cooler, I guess. Quicker. It's at 312. And again, as I said, they give you all the directions on here. It tells you do not mirror it, even though this is like HTV. It's patterned, so you don't mirror it. It tells you 300 degrees for 15 to 20 seconds. It also gives you the instructions if you're using a household iron, and you would put your dial between cotton and linen and do it for the same amount of time. Okay, here goes nothing. I hope that's pretty well centered. Yeah, okay, that's good. All right, here we go. Oh. So I'm going to do it for about 6 seconds or 5 seconds. There we go. And I'm going to see if that works. Hey, you guys, I've lost my mind. Jeez. Who knows what I forgot to do? Oh my gosh. Oh yay, it didn't stick to that. I forgot to peel this down because you remember I was messing with it? Oh my gosh, this is like the goofball show. So, you got to take this sheet off that's behind it before you can try to melt it onto your shirt. Oh my goodness. All right, we're going to try this again. Here goes nothing. 5 seconds once again. Oh my gosh, you guys laughing? Yeah, no, there might be a quiz at the end. Stephanie. All right, let's see. Did that work? Let's check it out. Yeah, that stuck. Except for that part. So it says on the directions when you're doing this, if anything doesn't stick, to just go ahead and do it again, which we know. But I'm going to try not to have to do it again since I am going to be doing more on top of this. All right, there we go. There's that much. So now, I guess I'll put this on here and this. Oh, see this? That's where I tested it. See how I tell you I always test everything? And it did a square and a triangle inside. That's how I knew I had my settings perfect for this. I did the same thing on the red, right under my finger right here, that we're going to be using for the other heart. So let's see. I put this here. Now this is going to be scary because I'm afraid of the flock now, since it really needs a higher temperature and it's not going to get it. I'm just going to start with the 300 again for the flock and see if I can get it to stick. And then I may add some more at the end. So this probably isn't the best way to show you how to do various kinds of vinyl. It would have been better if I had had vinyl that used pretty much the same temperatures, or certainly weren't layered on top of each other. I wouldn't have had this problem. Okay, this is not, oh, I forgot. This is the older flock, and this older flock is a cold peel. So I have to wait for this to get cool first before I try to peel it. Sometimes if I'm where I really do this and not over here where I'm trying to film, I can move this over to another table and put this on the cool part of the table, and it cools it off more quickly. Okay, so far so good. Let's see about this. Looking good. All right, the last thing I have to do is just this heart that goes on top. So I have to weed it very quickly. I feel like this is the, you saw what? What technique was that? Oh my gosh. Deborah, I am having a crazy day. Yes, I forgot to take the back off, correct. Now I got to take this little triangle off. But did you guys notice before I did? That's the question. Or were you just like going along with me? Okay, that's going to go on top of there. Hopefully this sticky stuff isn't going to mess up this vinyl. I'm going to trim it a little closer with some scissors. I don't think it will, but I don't know for sure. So I'm just going to trim this up. I don't know. I wish I had thought about the flock thing though. I thought I was going to have it all set this time and not have any mess ups whatsoever. And bingo, there I went. Let's see, put that on there. And again, I need my Teflon sheet for sure, no doubt, because none of this is covered. And if I just put my easy press right flat down on this, it could be a real problem. This right here is Caesar Easy Weed. It probably takes the least amount of heat of any of these things, but it's going to get a good heat. So here we go again. And actually, I think I'm going to change this up just a little bit to, no, not the time, the temperature. Hold on, I'm going to put the temperature up to 305. Just because I want to make sure that that flock is on there. So there's 305. Let's go. If you don't see a final picture, you'll know that's because it's all wrinkled up, melted mess. So as you know from Cricut, what we're supposed to do then after we do this is turn it over on the other side and do it again. So let's see what we got. Looks pretty good. Take this off. And this Caesar Easy Weed is a hot or a cold peel. So there it's looking pretty good, even though I had some more of my kooky little problems. I think it looks pretty good. I forgot to do the hot iron too beforehand. Oh my gosh, you guys. I think I need to write me some step-by-step directions for these things. The flock is fine. The Teflon sheet will protect the pattern. Okay. Let's see what we got. There we go. See, I wouldn't even needed to use the flock here for the black because you can't even tell that it's fuzzy because it's so hidden. But this is nice. And actually, to be honest with you, I probably would have liked it if I had some kind of black underneath of this to just highlight it a little bit more. But I think it turned out pretty cute. Let me fold it this way so you can see. Put it like this. think it's cute. I like it. Jean, you did a good job, excuse me, on this project. I like it. What do you guys think? You like it? Did you learn somewhat not to do today and somewhat to do? Thank you. Oh, I'm glad you think it needed the flock. That's my very favorite stuff of all, flock. I just would use it on everything if I could. And I pretty much do. And I don't know how long Jean's been here, but I wonder if she saw that thing in the beginning of Aaron's that I showed. You'll have to look back, Jean. I used some of Aaron's artwork. You'd probably want to use some of your kids' artwork and make a t-shirt. That'd be funny for Eric's wedding. This is what I was talking about. This was, maybe you've seen this shirt before, with flock. And then I just used Aaron's artwork for this and made that shirt. Just, he hates it. I think it's so cute. Anyway, do you guys have any questions or anything? So what you need to remember is this kind of patterned HTV comes with a transfer tape. And the reason why I forgot to take it off was because remember I was trying to see underneath of it and position these other things. And then I'd forgotten that I needed to take it off before I went ahead and changed my plan of doing this first. But it worked fine. Looks like the flock is adhered just perfectly. I think everything turned out really nice. She was here in the beginning. Oh, okay. Yeah, give me a thumbs up. Yay, thank you. Yeah, if you guys could give me a thumbs up and ask questions, and if you have any comments underneath the video, I really appreciate it. Let's see. The next thing I'm going to be doing, it's similar to this. Remember on our group, on our Cutting Up with Patty Ann, I showed, let's see, I was going to use glitter, red glitter. I'm not going to, I guess we won't get into that right now, but I was going to show how you can purchase one of these shirt things, and why purchase it when we can make it ourselves. So anyway, I think that turned out really cute. I like it. I like it. Hey, you guys can see these little feet of my tripod that I knocked right off. Oy, oy, oy. All right, so I guess that's it, unless you guys have any questions. I think I'm gonna edit that out. Don't you think I should edit that out? Yeah. You got to be here live to see all the bloopers. I can fix them. So, all right. Well, thanks a lot for coming, you guys. And I will see you next time with a new Jean Frieda. And I don't know what she has in store for me. Has she left the building? She might give us a little teeny hint. She was here. Did she leave, that rascal? I wanted her to give me a hint of what's coming next week. I thought I was so prepared this time. So, all right. See you guys. Bye. Thank you, Deborah. Yeah, see you Saturday. See everybody Saturday who's in the Patreon class. If you have anything that you'd really like me to teach about, let me know in our private group. Thanks. You're welcome, ciao. Thank you, guys.